Yo, what is going on, Knicks Nation? It's your boy come to you got a brand new video. Before we get into the video, hit that sub button, like the video, and comment down below your thoughts on this video. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video. So we talked about the possibility of the New York Knicks trading away 19 and 21 and moving up into the lottery picks to draft a guy like James Bouknight or Davion Mitchell. But we haven't really talked about the prospect of them keeping their picks and who they should draft at 19, 21, 32, and 58. Now, I'm not going to talk about the second round because that's a whole different topic, but at 19 and 21 there's a lot of options that the New York Knicks can go out and get, and now I'm gonna come here and tell you guys some of the picks, some of the things I see that we can do at 19 and 21. So let's talk about the first of the two picks, 19. Now there's been a lot of NBA mocks that have shown that we should go after Sharif Cooper. Now, I'm not against Sharif Cooper. The only downside that Knicks fans have against him is that he's not a good shooter, not a good defender, and he's undersized. Now, those are very big, crucial things in an NBA player that you must have. In today's league, you must be able to shoot the ball, which is necessary. We saw how Elfrid Payton was basically unusable in the playoffs because he can't shoot the ball and he wasn't really attacking the paint like he used to do. Now, the thing with defense is there's a lot of players that can't play defense. We see Trae Young. He's not a good defender, but because he can shoot the ball and is an excellent playmaker, he's allowed to be a superstar and all-star. And we see it in the league today. He's in the playoffs in the Eastern Conference Finals because he has the ability to beat people off the drive and get into the paint and create shots or kick it out for players. Now, the last thing is his height. He's not a very tall player. Sharif Cooper is limited height-wise, but we saw in the NBA Combine, whether it's a mistake or not, he's listed at 6'4". Now, there's some rumors saying that he's 6 foot and 0.4 inches, something like that, 4 centimeters. So I don't really know how to say it, but then there's also 6'1", 6'2", and then one of them is 6'4". So there's a lot of things going on with his height that we don't really know what's true, what's not true. But I'm just gonna go out and say that he's 6'1", 6 foot. So he is an undersized guard at the one position. Now, don't get me wrong, Sharif Cooper is an excellent playmaker. Probably the best playmaker coming out of this draft. But if you can't shoot the ball and create your own shot, you're going to be very limited. And his best ability is to get to the paint. Now, you're playing against Rudy Gobert, Ben Simmons, big guys that can stop and guard a lot of positions. Sharif Cooper is going to have a tough time if he can't create his own shot and be able to shoot the ball. Now, there's another option. Isaiah Jackson's getting a lot of hype, a lot of NBA mock draft because of that. We don't really have a backup center, or we don't have that center that can come in and that can dominate the game. Isaiah Jackson is not going to be a guy that's going to dominate the game, but he can definitely be a backup center. But I don't really think we should go after him because we don't really need a center. You can go in free agency and get maybe Nerlens Noel if his asking price isn't too high. You can keep Taj Gibson, who's been phenomenal this last year. I don't really think we should go after Isaiah Jackson. Now let's talk about 21. The biggest name that I've seen is Chris Dwarft. Recently, his hype has grown so much because of his ability to shoot the ball. Shot 42% from the three, and he's probably one of the best 3-and-D wings. Now, he's not a lockdown defender in any stretch of the imagination. He's not going to be a lock. He's a better version of Reggie Bullock. Reggie Bullock is no good defender. He's not a positive defender, but he can do enough to stop and get plays. He's not going to be a Ben Simmons on the defensive side who's going to get steals, blocks, and be crazy and get defensive player of the year nods. No, Chris Duarte is not that. But Chris Duarte has good instincts and good hands to get steals here and there. He can guard the position and get stops. He's not going to be no defensive player of the year guy, but his offense makes up for his defensive lacks. Now, there's also Josh Christopher, who's been getting a lot of hype recently too. Josh Christopher is not a good shooter, but he is very athletic, and he has shown the ability to make some plays for himself. He's very good on making his own shots and getting people open. He's 6'2", so he's a little undersized, but Josh Christopher has a lot of potential to grow and become better. If his shot comes on, he's going to be one of the best two guards come out of this draft because he has that much potential to score the ball. He has a swagger, and the Knicks need a type of swagger that Josh Christopher has that can come in and dog. There was a quote that came out recently that said that Josh Christopher is like, if you put on a uniform and shoes, I'm going at your head. I'm going to win. I'm going to beat you. And I want somebody like that on the New York Knicks. I want somebody that plays with a competitive nature. Now, RJ Barrett does do that to an extent, but he doesn't really say it. I want somebody that shows us on the court that he wants to win every time he's on the court. RJ Barrett, I know he wants to win every time he's on the court, but I want somebody, like Draymond Green who gets hype. The players that get hype on the court. I want some people like those. I want a swagger. The Knicks don't really have a guy that has the swag to come in and show that he's actually worth the hype. So I want Josh Christopher, who's been getting a lot of hype. My guy Legion of Knicks, he's been putting me onto Josh Christopher, and there's a lot of guys that are very high on Josh Christopher. Now, if we don't trade up, these are some possibilities. But my main guy that we really want, that everybody in Knicks Nation is talking about, is James Bouknight. A lot of mock drafts have him going 8 now, which is going to be very hard to trade for. But I think it's a possibility with Don Leon Rose in our front office. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comment section below. If you guys don't want Sharif Cooper, Isaiah Jackson, Chris Dwarft, who do you guys think we should go after in the NBA draft? And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, YouTube.